Welcome in to the BDE Fantasy League Podcast Week 10. I am here with just my friend Gifford, and we will be going over our predictions, our bitching hour, our power rankings, and, we might have a little surprise here or there. All right. So to get into it, last week, I predicted that Brittany, myself, Eric, Apple, and Tommy would win. And unfortunately, that means that I went 0-5. I dropped every match. Well, I don't want to put it on myself. I trusted the rest of my teammates to come and give me the win, but you guys all failed me. So
you hired a hitman in Tommy and get the job done.
Tommy, you couldn't take him out when he had four of his stars on bye, and he still beat you.
Shout out to Kenyon Drake.
Just ridiculous.
Yep.
And what about you on your side? How'd you do?
I didn't do much better. I went 1-4. I'm the only one I could trust in this league, so
yeah, it was not a good week for predictions.
No, it wasn't.
A lot of upsets, but that's just how it goes sometimes. That brings our totals to 26-19 for me and 28-17 for you.
Yep.
So
I can smell that dinner.
Yeah, it's not looking good right now for me, unfortunately. So, something different instead of our boom and bust players of last week, we are going to predict who we think are going to go off in week 10. So, starting with our quarterbacks, I decided to go against the grain with a very unpopular pick, somebody that, was near and dear to my heart for about a decade now.
You're wilding for this one.
Russell Wilson is going to be the best quarterback in the league this week against Tennessee.
And I'm starting him.
For no other reason than blind faith. He's going up against Tennessee, who has given up the 7th most points in the league against quarterbacks. I just, after a bye week, they know their season's going tough. They know that they need to get back on track. I think they do it here. Russell Wilson, please do not fail me.
You're riding.
I'm riding. Let's ride, please, Russ.
I am going with Justin Fields. He's on a hot streak right now, and he is playing the worthless Detroit Lions. And I think that streak continues this week.
Yeah, Justin Fields has been lighting it up. Dropped 50 last week.
Yes.
So, Apple, there's your chance. You're gonna.
Do you see how a simple game plan gets you from bottom 3 quarterbacks to lead to top 3, just like that?
It's crazy how
how coaches just fuck everything up.
Yeah, coaching can win you games and lose you games.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, 2 spicy takes. Careful, it's spicy. Wide receivers. I am going with, somebody that we didn't really believe in the first part of the year. He has shown that he is back. He is the number 1 on Kansas City, and that is Juju Smith-Schuster. They are going up against Jacksonville Jaguars this week. He just has been showing that he can do it with Patrick Mahomes, and I think that they put it together even more this week. Juju is dropping, let's say 25 at least.
Wow.
25 points.
My prediction, just to give your team some morale here, I think Cortland Sutton finally gets into the end zone this week. It's been a rough couple weeks for him, but with Russell Wilson being the best quarterback in the league,
he's got to throw it to somebody.
Just for this week, I think Sutton goes off for a good 20-point performance.
Golly, that would be something. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on to running backs. I went for a twofer here. I want both of the running backs from the Detroit Lions to go off. They are facing Chicago, just like he said earlier. And, they are facing each other in this league. Tatani has Jamal Williams, and Apple has DeAndre Swift. These guys are going head-to-head, and honestly, I think Jamal Williams is going to take it. Swift is still coming back from injury.
Yeah, those are 2 great picks. My pick is going to be... I forgot. Fuck. Shit. You know what? Jonathan Taylor gets back on track this week.
Jonathan Taylor, the dud of the year.
The biggest bust this year.
Coming
And
back from injury.
I think he finally gets back on track. It's been a rough year for him, injury riddled, fumbles, everything.
Yeah, so maybe. I mean, Zach, I know you're hopeful because that guy has really disappointed, but the rest of your team has picked it up. So hopefully Jonathan Taylor can get back to form.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah. All right. And then finally for tight end, a very mild take, very easy. He's top 3. It's George Kittle for me. They're going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. They have a mid defense. It's not anything special. It's George Kittle. He's gonna go off. I think he'll be the best tight end yet again this week.
I'm going with a hot take here. Brittany, I'm going with Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz.
I think Green Bay has, the past couple weeks, turned into a bottom 5 team in the league. And I think Dallas is going to chew him up. Dak is going to be throwing. And watch out. I think the tight end gets into the end zone.
I hope so. He was supposed to be, the best, or one of the best tight ends, top 5 tight end this year.
Yeah.
And he has not shown it. He's been injured, and well, Dak has also been injured. So it's been a rough sledding for them. On to our power rankings. We are going to yet again start at number 10. And this week we're doing something special.
We're getting with the season, guys.
Yeah, it's almost Thanksgiving, so we are going to be comparing every team to a Thanksgiving dish. At number 10, staying with the times, staying with the losing team, 4L streak right now. Just a bad team this year. It is cranberry sauce Devin. Honestly, bleh, it's disgusting, and nobody wants to see it anymore. Nobody likes seeing it. I don't know where we go from here. It's not looking good for my team anymore.
It is do or die.
We have Eckler and Hurts, but outside of that, it's rough. Mark Andrews has been too injured to really put him up there anymore.
Godwin has not scored a touchdown this season.
Godwin's been ass. I took a swing and I missed on most of my players this year. So yeah, I am cranberry sauce.
You know what? Dameon Pierce has been a bright spot on your team.
I do like Dameon Pierce. He's been okay, but he's still a Texan, so I can't really expect much from him. All right, what about number 9?
Number 9 is going to be Eric with candied yams.
Candied yams.
Not great.
No.
The only good thing about your team is the marshmallows. So
right there. So
yeah,
some would just say it's plain bad, but like you said, at least you have marshmallows on that team, here and there. But honestly, you're still at 9. It's not a good food. Candied yams. Who brings that to Thanksgiving?
Candied yams is a very, underdog type food. So yeah,
underdog implies there's some sort of chance to win, but I don't see yams or you making it to the playoffs. At number 8, surprisingly, we have Apple, and we are giving you pumpkin pie.
Yes,
but that's not a good thing here.
No.
Well, usually in my eyes, I think, man, I love pumpkin pie. I can't wait to get it. And every Thanksgiving, I load myself up this huge plate of pumpkin pie and whipped cream, and I take a bite, and it's so disappointing.
Yes.
It's not a great dessert. Like, it's good, but it's not one that I would pick top 10 desserts, really, almost ever. So
no,
it's just disappointing.
Never been a fan of pumpkin pie, so.
No. So, yeah. 8 is Apple. Congratulations.
7, Zach, we chose this especially for you. Devin has not picked you to win a game this season, and we are going with green bean casserole, because Devin hates green beans.
Green bean casserole is you, Zach. I just can't stand your team. Every week, I choose them to lose, and, man, they just keep showing up to Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Why? Why do you still make green bean casseroles?
With the fried onions on top.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, I like fried onions. They don't
too.
deserve to be around green bean casseroles.
Yep.
Casseroles are disgusting in the first place, but
it's mushy.
Oh my god.
It's almost muddy.
The smell is enough to induce vomiting. It's just not not good enough.
You are only there to prevent constipation because you're the only vegetable at the table. So
It's rough.
you're
It's
there
not
to break
good.
up all the protein. At
Break
the table.
up the monotony.
Yes.
But nobody really wants it there.
No.
Like that sounds bad. We still want you in the league. We are grateful that you're in the league, but
you're a party pooper.
Yeah, your team's just not. It's not great.
No.
At number 6, we put Tommy, and honestly, we wanted to give you water because your team is bland as hell.
Fucking bland.
We should have given you water, but we decided, well, water's an all year thing, so we gave you sparkling cider.
Yes.
Because really, it's just there. It sits in your mouth, it loses its bubbles, and what do you have?
The flavor is 2 seconds.
Yeah, you have expired apple juice in your mouth, and
Yes.
it's just not good. It's bland and bad, really.
The only
Just like your
decent
team.
thing about apple cider is you can put it in a fancy little cup and it looks like champagne.
Yeah.
And Juju and some of your other players makes it look like that, Cooper Cup.
Yep.
But other than that, you're just some bland apple cider.
You can look fancy, but we all know what you taste like. It's
Yes.
not good. It's not good.
Not good. For number 5, Scott, you are the stuffing.
Ooh.
You're right in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't mind stuffing.
I don't either.
And we don't mind your team either.
No.
Your team has been up and down, riddled with injuries, bad trades,
Yep.
and slightly overachieving, I would say, at this point.
Mm-hmm. And I would say you are one of the best side dishes in the league in
Yes.
Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Stuffing is a great side dish, but it's just that. It's still a side dish.
Yeah, remember, you're always going to be a side chick.
Yep.
Remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the best, but still a side chick. So
Yes.
you are number 5. At number 4, we have Tatani, and we gave you gravy.
Not young gravy. Gravy.
Just regular gravy.
Yes.
And that's because, well, your team has people like Debo, Mahomes, Kenneth Walker. Those are great little spices, great gravy, if you might say, just to put on top of your bland-ass food. The rest of your team is just not good, but that gravy of those 3 players makes it
It covers
pristine.
up some of the weaknesses from that lack of flavor.
Exactly. You could, soak all that gravy up,
Yes.
but the
As
rest
an
of your team's
example,
not great.
57 points from Joe Mixon. Gravy
Gravy all day.
covers up your weakness.
Yes. No. So that is why we gave you gravy, Tatani, at number 4. At number 3,
And Brittany, you're going to love this one. Brittany, you're the glazed ham.
walk around ham, Brittany.
First off, Brittany, Devin did tell me off the air that you did not like ham. I love ham. But also, we gave you ham because last week you played like ham.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
So, it's the third main dish. You're a top 3 team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just not as top tier as the next 2 options. But it's there. I honestly prefer ham over some of the top 2 choices in real life. But you played ham last week, so we're going to give you what you played like. We're representing yourself. So
We feel as a consensus, ham is the 3rd top dish in Thanksgiving.
yes.
And, well, that's what you are right now. You are the 3rd best team in the league.
You are delicious, though. Pause.
Okay. Dropping from number 2. I won't argue, but
Win.
at number 2, I put Omar. And, well, we gave you mac and cheese because, honestly, it is fantastic.
Yes.
I don't know how you got here. It's not traditional mac and cheese. Same with your team. But we are so glad that you are here because your team is top tier. It's one of
you
the
know
best.
why you're here, Omar.
You know why you're mac and
You
cheese.
know why you.
You know.
And number 1,
Number 1.
the main event.
Come on.
It's the turkey. It's me.
Who else could it be?
Me.
Who else could it be?
When you come to Thanksgiving, when you view our league, I'm the showcase attraction. You see me on the table looking all sexy, cooked up. You can, dress me up. You put the veggies around it,
But everybody knows what you're coming for.
Exactly.
Yep. It's right there. The glistening turkey.
And
Glistening
it's just
giblets.
for this year, guys. But this year, this league has been about me.
No, soak it in. That's good. That's good. Soak it in.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm the main attraction. The main event. The main player.
Just drown in that brine.
Yes.
Love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I am happy for you because really
I'm sad for you as well.
it's well because you've been in my position
Yes.
and I have been in your position, so it's okay. I'm okay with that. Up next, we have our Week 10 predictions. So our matchups, and well, it's about as you expect for me, at least. So in the first matchup, it's me versus Scott, and I am going with me. I just can't quit myself. You know, as they say, if you don't choose yourself, why are you even here?
Yes.
Stay strong with your own team and you will go far. Maybe not this year, but we'll come back around. We'll see. Side note, I told Brittany if I lose, I will do this year's punishment and last year's punishment, which was, 2 years ago, the tattoo. I will talk about getting a tattoo if I get 10th place this year. So yeah, big things riding on this matchup. Sorry, Scott. I'm winning.
So for this week, I'm going with Scott. I can't ride with you anymore, Dev.
I get it.
You cost me. You know what? My lead in the dinner games would be so much higher if I went against the grain. But I stuck with you. I was like, this week.
Yeah. No,
Scott,
it's do or die, though. I gotta win.
You're going to win this week, and I'm sorry to say, Devin, you're going to be 2-8 after week 10, which it's almost hard to hear.
Eric, please keep losing. Please. Oh, man. Yeah, no. Speaking of Eric, though, our next matchup will be between Brittany and Eric. And in that one, I chose Brittany. She's off to a slow start right now, with Cordero only putting up 2.5 points. But I do think that she can pull it off against Eric.
I'm also saying Brittany as well. Doing a podcast on a Saturday makes it more interesting. Seeing the Thursday night games, Cordero coming off the slow start, that might be costly. I'm only gonna say you because Hot Honey Lenny has not been playing too hot either.
No.
So he has AJ Dillon still in there. I can't blame him, but AJ Dillon's been ass all season as well.
Well, going up against Seattle, Leonard Fournette might be able to roll over.
I hope not. But I think Brittany maintains her place in top 3 of the league.
I agree with that. Brittany, you're gonna beat Eric even if you are off to a slow start.
Yes.
Next up, we have Apple versus Titani, and in this one, I went with Apple surprisingly because Apple just put up a massive dud. He didn't even score 80 points last week, and I expect him to beat the team that went at least over 100. So. Yeah, Apple, we look through it. I just think your team is barely above Titani's. So don't disappoint this week.
It's getting harder and harder not to pick Titani. Titani's been playing very good recently.
Yep.
I'm still going to go with Apple only because I think Diggs is playing his former team. And I think he's going to be mad in that matchup. And you need to get this win, man. You made a mistake benching Foreman this week. So we'll see. Yeah. I think Apple still has the advantage. I think Fields is going to go off. I think Kamara's going to bounce back from that lousy game last week. So, but it's still Titani has a great team. So we'll see.
Yep, it can go either way, but I'm choosing Apple.
Yeah.
Next one is Tommy versus Zach, and real quick, I'm just going to say Tommy. Look, Zach, you're green beans. I'm not going to pick you. That's just how it goes.
Zach. I would have picked you until I realized you're playing Hines and Singletary. I can't do that. Playing 2 running backs from the same team.
It's worked out for wide receivers, but I don't think it's going to work for
I actually think Hill and Waddle are going to go off this week, but mental note, I don't think it's a smart idea. So I think Tommy's going to take this one with his bland-ass apple cider.
That's how it goes. Next up is Gifford versus Omar. And in this one, I just have to go with Gifford. Gifford has been just rolling over the rest of the league. I think he's at 3 wins in a row, which isn't great, but that just means that he had a loss at an inopportune time.
I think I'm actually at 5.
Is it 5? Jeez. The weeks have been slipping away from me, and it's fairly obvious if you look into my soul. This week has not been great for me. Or this year, excuse me. This year has not been good. But yeah, I'm sticking with Gifford. I think that he's going to beat Omar. I do think it'll be a little bit close, but at the end of the day, it's not that funny, isn't it? Because Gifford's going to win, and he's just going to keep on winning.
I agree. I think I win this week. Omar's going to put up a great fight, and his team's healthy, so...
Stop with the bullshit.
No, I mean, I got Russ starting at QB, so here's your chance, Omar.
Yeah, but he's going to be the best quarterback in the league this week. Yeah, sure.
And he's got Derek Carr starting. So.
Yeah, no. So it'll be closer than I think either of us expect, but yeah, Gifford's still going to win. That's it. After that, we are going to move into our, small, but I think fairly intentional bitching hour this week. Because it's personal. It's personal.
It is personal. Apple, I told you Monday night that I wanted Justin Fields, and you placed your bitch-ass bid on him, and you got him. I was sent in the waivers. I thought I could trust you. Never gonna trust you ever again.
He'll never tell you anything.
You know what? I'm fine with you getting Justin Fields because you need it. You're outside the playoff picture right now. I am the playoff picture. And you don't even have the balls to start your favorite player ever. So, fuck you, Apple.
Yeah, fuck you, Apple.
Yeah.
Every week. I think that's fair.
Yeah, you say Kyler's the go, can't even start him.
And now you're starting Justin Fields over him. That's
that used to be a top
ridiculous.
Or bottom 3 quarterback in the league. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, no, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how do you do that to somebody, Apple? How do you do that? Just reach into their chest and grab their heart and break it. You really just betrayed one of your best friends. Like
it's a lot of envy over there.
Oh man.
It's a lot of envy.
Frankly, it's disgusting. I can't believe you, Apple. Apple, just a bad move. Just a mean move. Mean-spirited, mean-hearted. Yeah, so be a better friend, Apple. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Apple.
But I did pick you to win this week, so
yeah,
I hope that waiver spot helps you elevate to where you're supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
Because you put up a dud last week.
Pumpkin pie looking ass.
Yeah, bum ass.
Next up, again, personal. I need to talk about me for just a second. I feel like I didn't talk about myself enough this week. But this is somber. It is almost time.
You want me to get a tissue?
For me to take a shovel out to the forest and dig a grave for my team. We are just slumping hard. And frankly, if you drew a playoff picture, I wouldn't be amazed. I wouldn't be surprised if you just completely left us out. And it's rough to look back and see the wonders in my eyes.
You're slumping like being your meat for the third time, huh?
It's rough.
Yep.
My team is chafing on my soul.
Yes.
Yeah, so unfortunately I have 3 or 4 games coming up that are just terrible matchups. I am playing the top half of the league in the next couple weeks. Mm-hmm. I need to come out of that 4-0 to even have a chance. But on top of that, I also need Tommy to lose every game. And he has a cupcake-ass schedule.
And you need Eric to lose every game.
Yeah. No. I can't get 10th. I don't think I'm going to get 10th, but there's still that tiny bit of hope before the funeral.
Hey, just take it week by week.
That I'll get there.
Take it week by week and start with a W.
Tommy, if you can bench all of your players every week, I'll give you like $5. Like just lose out, just tank. Your team's not making it far in the playoffs. Let me have your spot, maybe. I've been nothing but nice this entire podcast run.
Not to you though, Tommy.
Yeah, to Tommy, to Apple, to everybody, even Zach. No,
don't
not
listen
Zach.
to that. You lame ass apple cider.
Yeah, Tommy, I need you to lose in your cupcake schedule. I need to win in my gauntlet. Otherwise, it's a funeral.
Oh, revenge game coming up.
Yeah, no. If I lose this week, I think it's a funeral for me, and we will see that on the next podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just not good for me. And that's honestly it for me to bitch about. Bitching hours really short this week. I'm sorry, but we were both very sad.
I had nothing to bitch about. Brittany lost, and it went all to plan. I got a game lead, and everything is just formulating just the way I want it.
We both had one personal thing to vent about.
Yes.
And that's all we really want to talk about, really. So we're going to talk about the contest. This last week's contest, week 9, was Tutty Party, the team with the most total touchdowns. And that was not a good contest, apparently, because we had like 4 teams with 4 touchdowns, one with 5, a couple with 6.
Apple had 2.
And we had 2 people with only 7 touchdowns. To put it into perspective, 2 weeks ago, Gifford had 12 touchdowns on his team.
Yes.
And yeah, 7 touchdowns. So Tatani, you got the most points and the most touchdowns. So we are giving it to you. You did tie it with Gifford at 7, but because you had more points, we are giving you the contest win. Congratulations. For week 10, we have kick and pray. That is the longest attempted field goal. Does not have to be made. Whoever has the longest attempted field goal will win this week's contest.
Apple's winning this week.
Good luck to everybody.
And remember, every Thanksgiving, 46 million turkeys are consumed.
That's
See you in week 11.
week 11. We'll see you. Thanks for joining.